Alright, so what's up, guys? Out here representing Headbanger Sports, swinging the Worth Krecher. This one is a 27 ounce. This features a 13.5-inch barrel with a 1/2 ounce inload. My man Brian got about 40 swings on it before I got started here. These things don't need a ton of break in. You can pretty much just take them out of the wrapper and game them. But for the sake of wanting it to be a little bit loosened up, let him put some swings on it. So now I'm gonna put mine on it. We'll see what we get.
Oh shit, you're going.
Sorry.
Usually you tell me.
I said all right. Big thanks to Headbanger Sports for sending this out to us so we could review it for you guys. If you're interested in this bat or any other slow pitch offering they have, you can go over to headbangersports.com and use the code BPHero, as I've got it put down here, and save yourself $40 off of any bat over $270 or more. That's some pretty good prices. Balls we're using for this video are a mix of 44, 400, Classic M, and there's also some BP Rockets and some Platinum dots in here too. This is a USSSA approved bat, so we just use the harder stuff for it. Didn't mess with any 52s on this day. The 13.5-inch barrel on this was stiff, but still very responsive, and had that typical big ping to it that you hear from a lot of the mic and worse stuff. But the ball was still coming off of it very well and very early on. So the handle on this is composite, and it's just the same as all the other Worth and mic and handles have been over the last 4 or 5 years now as far as composite handles go. Remains pretty stiff unless you miss absolutely out towards the end, and even then you don't get a ton of feedback. With this stuff out of the way, let's head over to the labs and see what's going on there. So as usual, getting things started with the scale weight here. Comes in at 27.9, and moving into the compression tester. This one coming in between 276 and 270. This is an ASA tester using a conversion chart, so there's really no precise number. I guess we could split the half and say 273. And then after this thing ended up with about 75 or 80 swings on it, we're looking at around 250 on the tester. It does surprise me to see that this isn't testing down into the 240s or even 230s at this point, because the Worth and mic and stuff is known for breaking in really, really fast. But the fact that it's hitting as well as it is and still passing compression on this standard and what would soon be the new one, which is 240, it is a good sign. And nobody said they didn't like it. Nobody said they didn't hate it, so we'll keep doing it. We're taking a close-up look at this bat after about 75 to 80 swings. Most of them have been in BP. It's got about 20 game swings on it. A friend of mine used this in a tournament, and there's no seams, there's no rattles, there's no paint cracks. There's nothing that would make me think this bat has any durability issues at all, so that's always a good sign. And real quick, while we're here at the lab, let's stop over to the computer and have a look and see what last video's top comment was, and also give a shout out and say hey to our new subscribers. Now, back to the field.
So I felt the same way as far as like turning. Wow.
So for the life of me, I couldn't figure out one thing. I was not a fan of the Worth Menace, which is the full ounce inload counterpart of this bat. The Menace barrel genuinely felt different than the barrel on this Krecher. And for years, they've just been using the same barrels for everything and just mixing up how they inload or balance them. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I did want to address that because I figure it'll get asked at some point. I don't know what sets them apart, but I enjoyed this a lot and didn't care for the Menace. Performance is there with both. Just feedback on the Menace was weird. It just lacked some to be desired. But enough about that. Let's talk about this unit. Everything we've come to know and love about these Worth and mic and big barrels was all part of this bat. The gigantic sweet spot, the very minimal break-in, and the very good performance. Combine that with a super smooth, swinging 1/2 ounce of inload that provides the best of both worlds with control and still being able to drive a ball well. This bat is very hard to go wrong with.
Yeah, you're good.
Like, to the point that if you even had a moment of doubt in picking one of these up, that's a moment you should have spent ordering one. And of course, doing so using code BPHero at headbangersports.com. So I'm sure it comes as no surprise that this one gets the stamp of approval. So got this done. I'm going to let you check out the rest of our swings. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Just trying to mix things up, doing a little bit different here, trying to give a shout out to new subscribers and top comments and everything, just trying to engage with you guys a little bit more. So if you have any other suggestions or maybe some different ideas for some videos that I could work into these reviews, definitely speak up. More than willing to do whatever you guys want, because at the end of the day, it's you guys watching this stuff, and it's a chance for me to do something different as a content creator as well. So looking forward to hearing your feedback on that. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know what to do now. You go down below and click the subscribe button if you haven't. You turn on the notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.
All right, 1 for 2, 1 for 1. Duty on. Top spin.
God damn it.
Get on the other field. That's all day.
2.
Yep. That was hot.
Oh, 1 more.
I knew you wanted to send it. I could just tell. Last one.